What attracted you to this place the very first time when you bought it?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
I really hadn't thought about Lincoln as a place to live. And we're kind of in a little microclimate here where this farm is located. It's called the Thermalands here, yeah. And so it's really neat. Like, I'm able to grow year round, and there's no season that I can't have a fully abundant garden. I realized, I had just become this wannabe farmer. So I didn't grow up on a farm. I grew up in suburbia in British Columbia, Canada. And, got this calling after taking these classes that, I really wanted to do this and wanted to get my hands in the soil and actually grow food. When I first started, everybody does this. I set up a little farm stand down at the edge of the street there and thought that I was going to sell produce, but we don't get a lot of traffic out here. So I took my market into downtown Lincoln, and I had it operating out of a big vintage market down there for 3 years. Where I was the only farm stand at this vintage market. So I built a very successful business having my farm stand there.
You did, because you were on Good Day Sacramento.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's quite a ways from, hey, I've been interested in farming. I found this really cool place.
Yeah, so Good Day Sacramento was interested in doing a segment on us, really, because then the next thing that I started was called the Placer Farmers Marketplace, which is now a successful business in Lincoln. We're an online food hub. Not only my farm, but I've also brought together a network of over 20 local small-scale farms in the area who all post what they have available. And it's interesting because a lot of people don't realize that there is so much small-scale agriculture going on in this area, and a lot of meat producers. We've got here on the farm, at one point I was doing pastured poultry, selling broiler chickens. I was raising American black belly sheep. There's so much diversity out here. Even though you're only a 10-acre property, you're really able to do a lot of different things. I think most people coming out to this area from a lot of the farmers that I'm working with through my network, it's a lot of couples that are looking for a simpler lifestyle. They want to know where their food is coming from. They want to, they might not have any farming or food growing experience, but, they want to come out and start dabbling in that. And they get a few animals and a goat and a sheep and those kinds of things. And yeah, you start small scale. And that's really what I did.
What do you think is your favorite part about everything that you've built?
I think the relationships and the network of the rural community. Somebody gets stuck in a ditch or something, somebody's got their tractor out there pulling them out. It's just this, it's kind of an old school lifestyle. My hope for this place, in the future is that somebody else has come in and created their dream. I was able to come and live my dream. Happiness is loving what you do. And I came here and was able to do that with my life. And so my hope for the new owners of this property is, not to really try to define what that would be for them, but just really for them to be able to come and do that. I would love to see someone come and continue to, use that part of the land. It's a beautiful 2-mile loop to walk around our block here, our country block, and over in the corner over there, there's zebras. The neighbors down here have peacocks. So, you're always hearing the different sounds of the country, and we've got cattle right next door and across the street, and like you said, the sheep and the goats. And when people ask me why I chose this property, I tell them because after I walked the property, I was already sold. But when I was leaving the house and I stood and I stopped on the front porch and I looked out, I realized I was seduced by the view.
So you look at it, this is a very positive, success in home ownership.
Oh, absolutely. This has been an amazing experience for me. Like I said, I've been here 7.5 years, and I really got to live my dream.